Raila Odinga himself did not lose much as a person from the loss. But Kenya lost so much. Yeah. Raila Odinga is, without a doubt, the best president Kenya never had.
But agents were told that they were going to be paid in batches, at different times, in different proportions. In the morning, they were supposed to be sent money. In the afternoon, being sent money. At the time of counting, being sent money. But in the morning, intentionally, money was not being sent. What do you do as an agent? You say that these people have duped you. They were agents, but these agents were not paid. But the person who was paying these agents, I will not name the name, but I know, we all know. It's not even from our side. The person who was supposed to pay the agents was from Uhuru's side. You see? And this person intentionally refused to pay these agents. Intentionally. Then agents decided to withdraw because we are not being paid. We were hired to work, we are not being paid.
Many places, especially in Mount Kenya, our agents, some of the areas where we had agents, they were given money at 6 a.m. and told, you guys, you have been paid for the day, you can go home. And they went home by the competitors, yes, by the agents for the competitors, and in some cases by presiding officers. We have evidence.
Of course,
some of those structures, because the campaign board was supposed to run practically everything. But then, at some point, the campaign board was slowly dismantled by individuals who wanted to, who had their own agenda, let me put it that way. And then it became a more individualized, an individualized structure, a structure that depended primarily now on individuals as opposed to a group of people. Not have lost this election if it wasn't for three people. Three. The first one is Junet Mohammed. The second one is Joe Musheru. And the third one is Professor Makau Mutua. And I'll tell you their roles. And these are people I have worked with, and they're people I respect. But in terms of responsibility, they take the highest responsibility. Junet Mohammed, because Junet Mohammed is a one man who purported to know everything. And he nullified everything everyone else said. He also ensured that he kept the people who could have helped Baba, at arm's length, at arm's length. He ensured that nobody came close to Baba who would have helped him, because he wanted to be the alpha and the omega of the campaigns and of the agents management system. And Joe Musheru, because Joe Musheru was a saboteur. Joe Musheru had no other mission other than to sabotage the agents management system. He had no other agenda. He had no other mission. He came in to sabotage our agents management system. And he succeeded. And I'll tell you how he succeeded. He ensured that everybody who had a role, including, basic things like the people who were printing the letters that I signed, were his people. The people who were typing the names were his people, and they were under instructions not to deliver. And they ensured that they did not deliver. Very simple things like letters just getting to agents in time. Letters which I signed and which were taken away from the signatory, myself, and they were controlled by Joe Musheru's people. And Joe Musheru ensured that the letters did not arrive on time. Of course, Junet Mohammed had his role also in the agents, in the mess, because these are people who did not listen to anything that anybody else had to say. They knew everything. They were know-it-alls. Then, of course, we had this pleasant man called Makau Mutua, Professor Makau Mutua, an exceptionally likable man, an exceptionally affable chap. You would never want to hang out with a better guy, with anybody else. I think if I was having a drink, I would never want to have a drink with anybody other than Professor Makau Mutua. A likable guy, you'd never quarrel with him. But the day that Musheru, Junet, and others came and said that Makau Mutua will be in charge of the command center, is the day that everything went south.
Also, pay very close attention to what Babu Wino is trying to say here.
People are fighting Junet for no reason. I can tell you for the truth of this matter. Do you think the money that was meant for the agents, do you think that money was commensurate to what Junet would have been in Baba's government? Do you think Junet would have left this election just to go so that he forgoes his dream in Baba's government? Probably could have even made more money in Baba's government than that money for the agents. But there's always somebody who must always carry the cross. That is why that cross was put on Junet's back.
Ya mwisho nikwambia Junet, Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga is a leader in this nation. Sisi wengine ni wafuasi wa William Ruto sugu, na sisi tutajua tutashinda hiyo kiti. But I want to tell the right honorable Prime Minister, your loss 50% will be occasioned by Junet. 50% of the loss of your votes in Akam will be occasioned by one Junet Mohammed. He is not adding value to your team. He is busy just antagonizing everybody. We also know that even the wrangles within ODM, Junet ndio anafanya hiyo kazi. Wewe ukipoteza kura, don't look far. Angalia tu mtu anasimama karibu na wewe, huyo ndiye anakuletea hasara. Kwa hivyo mimi sitaki kusema